Nancy Pelosi, one of the top Democrats in the country, was asked about the fact that it was recently proven that the DNC rigged the primary. Let's watch her response.
Briefly, do you believe what Donna Brazil said?
You know what? You haven't heard me relitigate last year's election. I wasn't involved in the presidential. I'm only looking forward. This is about the future. I haven't had time to be reading any of that anyway, but nonetheless, what I've seen on the little tape going across the screen. Let's focus on what's really important to our country.
And even though you weren't directly involved.
No, I wasn't.
But that said, you are a big fundraiser for the party.
I am. The biggest. not counting the presidential. I'm not getting, look, I have responsibility for what I have responsibility for. I don't have any interest in what I don't have responsibility for when it comes to other campaigns. I'm heartbroken that we didn't win the White House. There'll be all kinds of books written about what happened. I'm focusing. 1 year ago, that election took place. Can you believe it's a year? In just a couple of days, it'll be a year. And 1 year until the next election. My focus is on the next election. I don't have a spare second to be thinking about comments that went on within the DNC. Any other questions?
The nerve of these people. You're focused on the next election. So yes, in order to focus on the next election, let's not address the fact that you cheated half the party. That the primary was rigged. Corporate Democrats rigged the primary. Debbie Wasserman Schultz rigged the primary. Hillary Clinton controlled the DNC, rigged the primary. But yeah. Anyway, forget about that. Let's move on to the next election. So you want to move on to the next election while continuing to spit in the eye of your base. Continuing to tell them they don't count, they don't matter, they can go sit in the corner and shut the fuck up or go cry somewhere else. And then the time the next election rolls around, we're going to berate them and try to shame them into voting for us again. So in other words, you just want to keep losing. That's what you want to do. That's what you want. Okay, guys, at this point, this isn't an open debate. This isn't an open question. This isn't a difficult discussion. This is the time where people who were 100% in the neoliberal corporatist camp go, you know what? Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Hillary Clinton, they were wrong. They took over the DNC. They rigged it. They tried to hide the debates and limit the debates. There was a fundraising agreement. They literally had every press release that came out of the DNC had to be approved by Hillary's campaign first. That's what they had. So now's the time where you go, it's a mea culpa. Damn, our bad. It turns out you were right, Bernie people. The Bernie people were saying all along, hey, we think this thing is rigged. They used to mock the Bernie people and go, yeah, and it's not rigged. It's totally fair, and it's giving everybody an equal shot. I don't know what you mean rigged. It's not rigged. And then when it's proven that it was rigged, what do? The very next day they move on to, anyway, that's in the past. Let's get over it and just move forward. Wait, what happened? At first you said it didn't happen, and now your argument is, well, of course it happened, duh, but anyway, we got to move on, so let's not talk about that. And people wonder why the DNC is imploding. People wonder why their fundraising is horrendous and pathetically low. It's because of this. And by the way, Nancy Pelosi bragging about her fundraising, that's telling. Because remember, it's not Nancy Pelosi saying, wow, I'm the best fundraiser. People really like me. No, in fact, she has one of the worst approval ratings in Congress. So how can it be that her fundraising is the highest, but she has the worst one of the lowest approval ratings in Congress? It's because she ain't raising money from the people, bitch. She's raising money from corporations and from the rich. She's one of the biggest corporate donors out there. In fact, one time she literally admitted it. She said, unfortunately, this is the system we have. But hey, I'm the best fundraiser in this system. So in other words, she's saying, yeah, okay, it's unfortunate because I know that the corporations are buying our influence and we're doing their bidding and we're helping out rich people and we're snubbing the middle class. But hey, that's the system we have. And in that system, I sure am the best. Tee-hee-hee. Oh, man, is she insufferable. Ugh. Listen, there's a big difference between bragging about your fundraising if you're raising in small dollar donations from regular people or bragging about it when you're the biggest corporate sellout. You're the biggest corporate sellout, Nancy Pelosi. Now, in terms of Justice Democrats, hey, we're doing well in fundraising right now, and we'll brag about that, but it's because we're raising in small dollar donations from a lot of people, and we plan on representing those people. You, Nancy, plan on representing Big Pharma and Wall Street. By the way, Allison Hartson, since we launched in the primary against Dianne Feinstein, she's raised over $100,000 in one day. Over $100,000 in one day. And guess what? It's only when the fundraising goes up quick that the establishment media goes, oh, whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here? So in other words, we have other tremendously popular Justice Democrats who are fighting for what the people want and who've been out there pounding the pavement and working their hardest. But many of them are in congressional races, and you don't raise as much money in congressional races. So guess what? The media is like, oh, they don't even exist. Remember the article from Politico? Oh, Bernie backers have largely given Hillary Clinton's wing of the party, the centrists, a pass. No, we haven't. You're just not fucking covering us because we're not raising gargantuan amounts of money for the congressional races. All of a sudden, we have a Senate race, and there's a lot of money that goes to Allison in one day, and they go, oh, shit, wow, look at what's going on here. It looks like people actually like these people. By the way, the money was raised from over 3,000 donors in one day. Over 3,000. You're not going to find that with Nancy Pelosi. She'll visit 6 people and raise a lot of money, but it's because she's a giant sellout. And that's why she's trying to cover up the fact that the primary was rigged. Say, Bob, let's move on. Let's just move on and shut the fuck up and vote for us, even though we rigged it and spit in your eye when you wanted somebody who was really going to fight for Medicare for all and free college and a living wage. No more. Forget. I don't know why anybody would donate to the DNC. You're crazy if you donate to the DNC. JusticeDemocrats.com/fight. When you donate there, the money gets split up between all of our candidates, 30 candidates. Or in the case of Allison Hartson, if you want to donate to her running against Feinstein, AllisonHartson.com, and you'll see the fundraising at the bottom of the page. But this is the corporate Democrats. This is all they have left. I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, but sure, whatever. It wasn't rigged. Okay, it was rigged. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Let's move on because whatever. I don't want to talk about that in the future. Okay, try to move on in the future with, more than half the party actually going, hey, I think what you did was fucked up. And yeah, anyways, forget about that, but you're going to vote for us still, right? Not if you're a corporate Democrat, only the Justice Democrats.